So if you don't know the story, in 2015, as a nothing and nobody, had an idea that I wanted to create an event to bring multi-stakeholders of the Gold Coast together to co-create the future of the city. And I was so clear about the purpose. So I went in to see the head of economic development, Gold Coast City Council. I said, on the 6th of November, we will be holding this event. This is the reason why we'd like you to be involved. I'd like you to be involved. And he said yes, because I was so clear about it. And he knew, and I knew that it would happen no matter what. That was level of transmission. So the whole story behind that is just an amazing story. But here I am. So the 5th of November in 2015 was a Thursday. That's when the event was. On the Monday before the event, I was the person responsible on the team for the money and the sponsorship and the integrity of those. On the Monday before the event, I was down $10,000 that I needed in order to ensure that people who were committed to this would be paid. I was down $10,000. Now, that's a significant amount of money. So, and this is a public thing, and I'm responsible. And I take that very seriously. So I was so much, it wasn't fear. I had so much nervous energy. It was just like I was just this almost manic nervous energy person. But I also had on my team a woman, this is a true story. A woman was on my teams who several years ago, as a single mother, her daughter, her 17-year-old daughter, was diagnosed with an extremely rare and very obscure condition that if she didn't get $500,000 worth of medication every year, her daughter would die like that. Just imagine your kid needs $500,000 of medication to survive. And so I learned from this woman that when you have a need high enough that matters to you enough, there is no door you won't knock on, no call you won't make, no ask you will not ask for. And so I had her voice in my ear on that Monday as I picked up the phone to call anyone on my list with this 10,000. However, I also had this feeling, this huge level of trust that it would be there. It was almost like a knowing. I knew it would be there. So I'm working my ass off, like, we're going to try all this stuff. And then about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, someone rang me and said, and it was actually the Queensland government, said, your grant has been approved. You have 10,000. And I can tell you, I broke down in tears. The guy on the phone who I got to know, his name was Malcolm, and he was a very, one of those public servants that don't change their demeanor, like emotionless, deadpan public servant. Breaks down. I'm just, I'm fine. And I had him emotional because I was so emotional. But I got the 10 down. So my entire experience in when you work with this and you hold this, it's not any of the laws of manifesting or anything. There are pieces that you actually need in place and it has integrity. You will be provisioned, not from where you expect it, not when you expect it, not how you expect it is the normal, but you will be provisioned.